James. But that's Southside. Discretion 304 TV. Let's call these hoes out. These ninjas is the biggest bitches on YouTube. The bitches that the biggest. So let me make sure I turn off the Wi-Fi. Sometimes the Wi-Fi be picking up bullshit. But that's Southside. Shut the fuck up, James. The handicapped rapist YouTuber said your name. But that's Southside. Shut the fuck up, James. But that's Southside. Salute. If you just tap it in, what's going on? So, not gonna hold y'all up too long. No puff on the replay, no choke on the play. So, according to, I've been doing some deep dive for you guys to make sure you get the best info out, especially on this missing evidence that they talking about. And according to the experts, they saying even DNA. Can I get that on the screen for you guys? Where that's at? Oh, right here. With both the murder weapon and DNA missing. Right? How the fuck y'all... But that's Southside. Shut the fuck up, James. The handicapped wheelchair you... The handicapped wheelchair rapist said your name. Oh, shit. Yo, so... Bro, I don't know how they doing it. They taking this ninja up the river, bro. They don't even got DNA evidence. So it's missing. It's not like they didn't have it. I really don't know what kind of DNA they had. As we know, the murder weapon, the handicapped rapist YouTuber, Reggie Wright Jr., he had his hands on that weapon. And, shit has never been the same 30 years later. And DNA is missing. I'm trying to figure out what kind of DNA could they possibly have missing. What kind of DNA they had is just, bro, it's unbelievable, bro. Unbelievable. Right? So, again, I'm far from a Keefe D fan. And, I'm far from a Keefe D fanboy. And a lot of people might say, that's good for Keefe D. That's what he get. And I hear you, you know what I'm saying? And I've never heard of a trial that the media will put out, there's a missing gun, the missing murder weapon, the missing Cadillac, missing DNA. Like, why is all this shit missing? Like, what the fuck? Again, LAPD. This is the same tactic that they did with Snoop Dogg's murder trial. And Kenner was saying, Kenner is unbelievable. Kenner went the next day. He didn't even wait. Kenner gave the orders to his fellow cop friends, steal this, steal that. They stole it. Next day, Kenner, during the Snoop Dogg murder trial, is asking for this missing DNA, and next thing you know, Snoop Dogg gets acquitted. This is the same tactic LAPD been doing for years. Again, why is LAPD and Compton involved in this investigation when it's Vegas case? I don't know. Like, all jokes aside, I've never heard of a trial so important to our culture has been tainted, botched, and the saga continues. Raider Q was good. Monterio Wrench Gang was good. Laws was good. Yeah, man. So again, a lot of this evidence is missing. Um, there, I guess it was in the hands of the LAPD when it's Vegas case, and I don't even understand what's going on. I swear this is like real bugged out, and this is just telling me Mac Perez and Kevin Gaines and that whole circle was in cahoots of the assassination of Pac and Biggie. Now again, a lot of my subscribers from the first season also, they believe that Pac faked his death. And I hear you. I see the body double myself, right? But there's too much money missing after Pac filed that audit, and we found out that the money that was missing was under the hands of Suge Knight, Sharita Knight, and David Kenner. You know, the saga continues. What's this? The defense, Davis legal argue evidence faded, faded witnesses' memories, missing records. It's crazy. Tammy Church, what's going on? Yeah, so if you just tapping in, even DNA is missing out of the evidence property. I really, again, I don't understand how they lost the DNA. I thought DNA goes into a special data machine and is kept, right? They don't lose data. They don't lose the DNA for, a handicapped wheelchair rapist named Reggie Wright Jr. I'm just saying, like, when rape kits and women are sexually violated, and other homicide crimes also, DNA has been solving these cases. So this was blatantly done. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. This was purposely done, that there's missing DNA. On top of all the case files, that's separate. They also talking about this floppy disk that can't be used, and cassette tapes that was recording confessions can't be used. A lot of, again, these crooked cops went all out to destroy plenty of evidence, and even Keefe D's attorneys, I'm guessing, is saying, look, this is not, the evidence and DNA is not found, or, and the DA in Vegas is still going on with the trial. I don't know what to say on this one, y'all. Of all, I thought DNA of all, of all things, 30 years later, still would have been kept. I didn't even know they had DNA. What kind of DNA? Who the frick knows? It could be anything. It could be Keefe D, Sean, John Draws. 21 gun salute. Yeah. Again, I'm trying to see if I got any more documents that I didn't show you guys. This nigga Keefe. What's this? The non-sex prosecutors they do not possess. Salute. So, if you just tapping in, we're talking about even DNA is missing from the investigation or the evidence that they supposedly had. I don't get it. Can can these crooked cops be held accountable? I don't know. I think this is grounds for a hung jury. I seriously believe this is grounds for a hung jury. I don't think, unless this jury that they selected is very malicious, I can see Keefe actually walking from these charges. I says Shakur, she don't believe that Keefe D did any of this by himself. She believes, there are more people down with the assassination, and I believe so. I totally believe her. Like, this is not a one-man show. Even though the Southside Crips, if they blaming the Southside, Terrence Brown deceased, Big Dre deceased, Orlando Anderson deceased, right? If you believe it's the Southside, if you believe these crooked cops were involved, then that's a different story. But listen, to me, it's clear that these crooked cops were behind both shootings because it's just a corrupt department. Salute. What y'all dealing with? Yo, the chat quiet tonight. Y'all not talking about nothing? What the fuck going on with the chat? Y'all reading info? If you just tapping in, we're talking about now they got missing DNA also with like 4 weeks left to the Keefe D trial starts. For them to have this missing evidence is like is a disrespectful motive. The case files, I already gave y'all a list of those knuckleheads that had all the case files on YouTube for clicks, views. But this missing DNA is more of a cop thing. Like, seriously. I believe the only reason why... Yo, TGZ was good. 21 good salute, my G. Yo, I believe the only reason why DNA would be missing is because it's the police DNA. Doesn't that make more sense? Let's think about it. Out of all things missing DNA, it gotta be police DNA. Yo, it gotta be the cops. Like, why would a gangbanger DNA be missing? Why would a Southside Crip DNA be missing? That don't make no sense. These cops are not gonna freaking lose Southside Crips DNA. My ninja T Jeezy. Yo, where you getting that from, my ninja? No puff on the play. I miss, oh my god, salsa and beer out there in Cali. Word up. Salsa and beer. That's a West Coast franchise. Salsa and beer, bro. A lot of you ninjas, you know, you got to go to the West Coast if you've never been to the West. Salsa and beer. Bro said, and lime. Word, it's salsa and beer, bro. You come out looking fat. Word up. You come out looking fat. Yo, what's good with y'all? If you just tapping in, more details in this Keefe D situation. They're saying mom and pop's Mexican restaurants. Yo, I miss Cali, man. Like, seriously? Like, yo, I miss the West Coast. Like, dead set. I miss the bud. Like, New York bud. I don't even feel like smoking bud sometimes because I know I miss that Cali bud, B. Yo, there was a spot I found out there right before I went to my vacation in Florida. Yo, there was a spot I found in Cali. Oh my God, yo, they had like the best bud, the best deals. The women that was selling the bud was fire as fuck. I was like, yo, this is a one-stop shop. Word. And I think I still got that address because I swiped my bank card. And you know how the bank card give you the email or the receipt, so that spot gonna stay with me for a little while. For real. I'm just thinking about that spot, like, yo, when I get back to Cali, definitely gotta do that spot. Yeah, so what's good, y'all? Yo, the chat quiet tonight. What's going on with the chat? We got 13 inches in the chat, allegedly, and nobody's saying shit besides T Jeezy. What's good with y'all? Y'all want me to crack some jokes? Y'all want me to put somebody on the discretion TV screen? Right? What's going on? What's up? My ninja T Jeezy said, hit the taqueries. The, I never I never tried that. They messing with the DNA evidence. Yeah, they threw out that DNA evidence, man. I believe it's police DNA, bro. For them to, at this point of the game, yo, no love was good. At this point of the game, bro, for DNA to be missing, oh, where is it? Yeah, right here. At this point in the game, and this is the Rolling Stones. If y'all see that, this is the Rolling Stones. That paragraph that's talking about the DNA, that's the Rolling Stones. So, yo, this got to be police, man. Like, why would a Southside Crip DNA be missing? And for you ninjas that believe Pac faked his death, right? Because I know a lot of you ninjas do. You believe Pac faked his death and he pulled a fast one. I know a lot of you ninjas believe that, right? You know, for the DNA to be missing, hey, look, who DNA was it? Again, this shit, is a slap to the face to all Pac fans and the Shakurs, the Pac's family, for us to come this far 30 years later and damn near all the evidence is just gone. And these YouTubers that I mentioned earlier, you know, these YouTubers, they got all the case files, it's just ridiculous right now, B. It's like, come on. So all they got is what Corey Edwards, C. Ray. A lot of people want Snoop Dogg subpoenaed. That's dumb. It's too late for subpoenas, bro. Bro, that shit is way too late for subpoenas, and that's just dumb. A lot of these ninjas is delusional. They want Snoop Dogg subpoenaed, George Khaleesi subpoenaed, Suge Knight subpoenaed when he's alleged victim. A lot of this shit is just dumb that I'm seeing on the internet. Like, can we just deal with what we got right now and stop wishing on a fucking star? A lot of that shit is just like delusional. Bro, this case is botched. And you still got Reggie Wright Jr., the key witness. This shit is ridiculous. Keefe D fucked that whole package up. I believe Keefe D, he fucked that whole process up. Instead of him and his attorneys, just stick to the crooked cops, Keefe. Give them the crooked cops. Keefe had one job to do. Just stick to giving up the crooked cops. They want to throw out the book. They want to, suppress evidence that they found in the raid when he first got arrested. He argued about the Greg Caden 97 boxes. And now shit is missing. This shit is crazy, B. Right? How Greg Bacon gives them the evidence and shit's still missing. But again, the case files, I think, is definitely separate from DNA. Absolutely. The case files and the DNA is two different entities, right? I would just say, Yo, Kev, what's good? What's going on out there, Kev? TGZ to plant the DNA on the gun. The gun is missing. A lot of this shit is a shit show, bro. If you just tapping in, we're just talking about even DNA is missing. Gone. They have no idea allegedly where it went, who DNA it was. TGZ said it's probably Orlando Anderson's. I believe it's the cops' DNA. I really don't think that that's the average Joe or a Southside Crip DNA. Like, all jokes aside, like, they haven't been. When was the last time you heard they lose DNA? Like, seriously, DNA? Salute. If you just tapping in, that too, a cop DNA, but put Orlando's name on it. Yeah, listen, man. The DNA is supposed to be put in a separate machine for cold cases, if that makes sense, right? We see it all the time. I watch the first 48 anytime I get a chance to, and every time you watch the first 48 or unsolved mysteries, DNA is kept in a fucking machine somewhere, frozen, frozen in time. So I really don't know who these cops think they fooling. But for DNA to be actually missing, um, yep, forensic is usually done in another building. Absolutely. You feel me? Like the DNA is not even supposed to be in LAPD headquarters. Right? Like let's be for real. What the fuck? You absolutely right. DNA, bro. Why is DNA in LAPD's office? You could fucking fool me. Where's that fucking the prosecution's case currently rests heavily on Davis' own statements and 2019 book and items seized during the Pox raid. Unbelievable, y'all. Like, seriously. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Unheard of. Hold on, let me see something. Okay, so I did a quick search for you guys. So according to the experts, I asked them where is DNA kept for LAPD, and it says it right here. Again, this is Vegas case. So I feel like, yo, why am I even asking Google where is DNA kept for LAPD when it's Vegas fucking case, bro? Oh my gosh. Yo, if the cops is not involved, I don't know who is. Right? Why are we asking where is LAPD DNA cap? I have no idea. So according to this research, this little quick search, they said the main crime lab is at the Hertzberg Davis, Dwayne Davis, Hertzberg Davis Forensic Science Center, located at 1800 Paseo Rancho. Shout out to my peoples out there. The secondary lab is at C. Urban Technical Center, located at 555 Ramirez Street. So, again, why is DNA missing? Yo, unbelievable. Bruh, unbelievable. Unbelievable, B. Unbelievable. So, these ninjas are so crooked that they'll just go up in this two buildings, right, and just sabotage any case they want. Unbelievable, bro. Unbelievable. If you just tap it in, we're talking about, along with case files missing because of RJ and his fruitcake friends, DNA is missing. So we just, chopping it up because this shit is a shit show, bro. And for DNA out of everything to be missing, it's obvious it's police. Bro, I don't think Southside Crips, now that we know it's in two different buildings, I don't believe Southside Crips, it was their DNA. It's like, all right, come on. They haven't been tampering with anybody from Southside Crips DNA when it comes to a shooting. Why now? Gaming Gang, what's good with you? Reggie Sr. and Compton Police Department. Again, I know a lot of y'all got your own theories and as you should. A lot of you should be an adult following my channel, and especially the first season, right? And I know a lot of y'all see this case different, and we're just putting out the info out there for you guys, so you can have like a better idea of what's going on, and you see, you know, I I see history repeating itself over and over again, and these cops are blatantly covering their tracks. Somebody mentioned Reggie Rice Sr. in the Compton department. Yeah, why is Compton? Why is Compton and LAPD involved with the investigation? Who knows what? Which what's that? Hold on. Which SSC Southside Crip member the DNA belongs to? They they got Keeper's DNA. Like, okay, I would say, listen, to be honest, we all been locked up. And well, not all been locked up, but a lot of us been locked up already, especially in this new world order. In this new world order, if you ain't got them handcuffs on you yet, you're very fortunate. But even if they lost the DNA, if it's Southside Crip member, what Southside Crip ain't never got arrested? They would have Orlando's, I believe. He got arrested a couple of times. They would have Keefe. I mean, Orlando never been convicted, but I would still believe that they have, some kind of DNA or, you know, unbelievable, bro. Unbelievable. Unheard of. No Love said that's what he never understood. That wasn't Compton or LAPD case. That's how it's a cover up. Yeah, it's quiet now, bro. Bro, it's quiet now. Now that we know that they literally and purposely lost all the evidence, right? And they just going off the book. That's crazy. Like, how they don't know, like, RJ Bond got the rest of the case files. This shit is botched. And that's what Keefe D get, bro. Keefe D keep running off his mouth, and they just want this shit over with, B. America is tired of the Tupac and Biggie case. America is over it, y'all. They over it. America don't want to hear nothing about no fucking Southside Crips, no Tupac. We lucky, we lucky we heard something about Biggie, right? I believe they over it, B. They don't want nothing to do with this shit no more. Dub Allen, what's good? Dub said pork butt wheelchairs are missing as well. Yo, this shit is crazy. Yeah, I believe America is over it. They like, look, man, the president-elect, he was like, look, he wanted Asada Shakur to be brought to justice. Asada was like a grown-ass woman, damn near grandma status, and our president-elect still was on her neck. So, yeah, that tells me America is like literally over it, and they just want these cases done with. And Keefe, he don't, he's playing with these public pretenders. Those lawyers, even Carl Arnold was a public pretender. Keefe needs a paid lawyer, and then R.J. Porkshoulder, right? He had Michael Pendulo, and stopped paying him, RJ was like, "Look, I'm not swiping my credit card no more for this shit," right? And left his means for dead. So Keefe got a public pretender, and that ninja don't give a fuck about no Keefe D, because Michael Shanth, I don't see him subpoenaing, having a subpoena for anybody. I don't see it. I don't see it, B. It's bro. When are they gonna start subpoenaing people? Can we be for real? Bro, it's a couple of weeks left to trial. When are they gonna subpoena people? Can we be for real? Bro, it's a process to subpoena people, bro. You just don't wake up on the day of trial and say, we're going to subpoena Snoop Dogg. That's dumb. If you think like that and you a YouTuber, you're dumb. Draw comments below. You're a jackass. I'm telling you, bro, can we just be smart? Be smart, son. Oh, shit. Can we just use our brains for 1 second? No puff or no choke on the play. Can we just think for a second? This ninja Keefe, they railroading this ninja, literally. The last time we heard Puffy's name being called, that was like a year ago when Carl Arnold. When was the last time? Now, I've been watching on the internet. They said Puffy. Though I got the other Bati boy. This ninja raping men and taking their butt cheeks. Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. Fucking weirdos. Can I get this ninja on the screen? I'm trying to do a live show here. Unbelievable. I might not have the Bati boy in my phone. No, seriously, I might not have that Bati boy in my phone. I don't. Let me see. Do I got this freaking Chichi man? I can't just freaking Google it. All right, you know what? Let me do a quick Google search. Hold on, y'all. Okay, let's talk about it. According to these YouTube streets and the Instagram streets, they've been saying that this ninja Sean Butt Combs, Sean Booty Combs, right? Mr. Baby Oil Bandit himself, right? The diddler. They've been saying that he could be home in August. And I say, look, maybe they trying to get him to the Keefe D trial. I don't know. He's over there in where? Fort Dix? No puff, no puff and no choke, right? So could it be possible that they're trying to get him to a halfway house so they could drag his ass to the Keefe D trial? I don't know. I thought it was all internet rumors, but when you Google it, they say August 7th. You know, this shit is dirt, bro. Like, seriously, this shit is dirt. Unbelievable. The ninja was sentenced to like 50 months, bro. Bro, the ninja was sentenced to like 50 fucking months, bro. And for this ninja to be like home next week is ridiculous. Right? It's fucking ridiculous. So Again, will this ninja... Unbelievable. They really trying to get Puffy home. And, I blame Gina Dill, that big bitch. Gina probably said, yo, you could come to my house. I'll be his parole officer. I don't know, yo. I don't trust that big bitch Gina, bro. The ninja probably said, look, Puff could come to my house. I'll be his PO. Who knows? Right? The ninja Gina Dill, I don't trust him. He probably said, look, yo, listen, I'll be his parole officer. Bro, I don't know. I really don't know. For Puff to be home next month, that shit is ridiculous, bro. Yo, that shit is crazy. Yeah. So could he be possibly on his way home for the Keefe D trial? I really don't think so. The energy of this trial and the subpoena list is fucking it's dirt. Bro, the energy they got right now, when they not calling no Snoop Dogg name, they got Reggie Wright Jr., the handicapped rapist YouTuber, as the key witness. When this ninja is a serial rapist. This ninja is a serial fucking rapist. I'm talking about Reggie Wright Jr. For him to be still the key witness in the most important trial of the fucking century is ridiculous. Unheard of. Yeah, if you just tapping in, we're talking about even the DNA is missing in the Pac evidence in the Keefe D trial. And, it looked like they trying to bring Puffy home. Miss M. You ain't no Miss M. I gave Miss M a wrench. So for you to be Miss M, I think you infiltrating. Y'all gotta be careful. Miss M, I gave Miss M a wrench. So remember, we've been infiltrated by the Chichiman already, and the Chichiman YouTuber. We already been infiltrated by his squad. So we gotta be on point. Mad Skrilla, where you been? Salute. Yeah, Miss M, what happened to you? Val, my son created me another account. It's me, I promise. Oh shit. I don't know, y'all. The Miss M I know, I didn't even know she had a son. She never revealed those kind of info to us. Right? So I don't know. Oh shit. I don't know, Miss M. Right? Why is this shit is crazy. Oh shit. But like who would use Miss M's name out of all the names? right? Oh shit. Yo, for I'm trying to like be a great yo, bro. Miss M, I don't even know how to find out if you're the real Miss M or not. The Miss M I know was a loyal Pac fan, you know, a loyal discretion TV supporter. I actually spoke to Miss M like 2 nights ago. Miss M was like, "Yo, oh okay, I got it. Here's a pop quiz, right? Here's a pop quiz for you. If you're really Miss M, what was the last message or one of the last messages you wrote me? What was the YouTuber you told me to watch? You said watch this video, Val. What was the name of that YouTuber? This is a pop quiz, right? Your regional Hicks was good, my G. Yeah, that's a pop quiz for you, right? Yeah, if you really Miss M, it's me about to get on my phone. Hold on. Yeah, the Miss M I know, she told me to watch somebody's channel, a video. And I told you, yeah, that's my bro. I watch him almost every day. So I'll gladly grant you a wrench for your new channel that your son created for you. And so yeah, moving right along. Gina Deal, you big bitch. The biggest bitch on YouTube, Gina Deal. You know, Gina, Gina. Mr. Nina, Nene, Nani. According to Mace, security was hiding behind the truck after Biggie got shot. Oh shit, Miss M, it's you. Okay, Miss M, I'm gonna give your other channel that your son created a wrench. And please understand, we was infiltrated the other day by this fucking guy, the formerly known as the itchy YouTuber, the paint chip eating YouTuber. Now we know he's the Chichiman YouTuber, right? He had, I guess he had a couple of profiles in the chat, acting like they was down with Discretion 304 TV when this ninja is the only body boy I know that's on YouTube like this, B. So yeah, you gotta forgive me. I gotta be extra cautious. This ninja, unbelievable. Like, bro, why you sent your fucking body boy friends to my live chat? I don't know. Like, leave me the fuck alone. I don't send my rich gang to nobody's channel to spy. Okay? Ninjas were spies. Unbelievable, bro. I don't do that type of shit. Ninjas will spy in my fucking live chat. Fucking body boy YouTuber. Like, I really don't get it. I don't tell. Name me any rich gang member. Debunk me now. If I sent you to anybody's channel, please let me know whose channel I sent you to spy in their chat. Unbelievable. This nigga sent some body boys over to my fucking chat that I had to build from brick by brick, rebuilding this fucking channel. And I told you I was gonna fuck. Damn. I wanted to. I wanted to screenshot this ninja and his fucking ex-boyfriend, but it's cool. All right, if you're just tapping in, we're talking about DNA evidence missing from the Tupac file box. And what we're saying is, wait a minute, how can DNA be missing when it's in two different buildings, three different buildings that LAPD stores the DNA? They don't keep it in headquarters. But again, this is Vegas case. They shouldn't be involved with storing any kind of evidence from case files. They should have never interviewed Keefe anyway. Unbelievable. Oh my God. That's how crooked these cops is and botched this whole Biggie and Pac shit is. It's just, the whole shit is just tainted. It's wrong, y'all. It's totally wrong. Unheard of. Right? So, yeah, we're talking about the DNA being missing, and you see, the thing is, this big bitch, the biggest bitch on YouTube, Gina Dale, Puffy's bodyguard that they said was hiding behind the truck after Biggie got shot, talking about he chased the Impala. Ninja, this big bitch, according to what is missing, the DNA that is missing, hold on. This big fucking biatch. Murder weapon DNA. Oh, this is for the Cadillac. Hold on. This big bitch Gina. Is it this? Hold on. Floppy disk. Hold on, y'all. Oh, here we go. DEA records, bro. Yeah, you see, we were fooled, bro. Like, seriously, because here you go. DEA records. Unavailable federal probe data. DEA records. Again, they built their case on Keefe D violating drug trafficking laws, right? And the same proof that they had, or the case files they had from the DEA, is gone. How? Why ain't none of this available to the prosecution? This shit is crazy, bro. Bro, unbelievable. Bro, that don't make no sense. Right? And again, Gina Dill, the biggest bitch on YouTube. You big ass bitch. You in the 304 girls. Right? This ninja Gina said right before Big got shot, he lied and said the parole office told him to take DEA classes, right? And that was a lie. Right? According to Gina, he took these DEA classes, and that's when he learned make 3 lefts and a right and leave Biggie for dead. Right? That's what he said, right? They said make a left, make another right, and just leave Biggie for dead. And what happened? The ninja, that whole truck left Biggie, ran the light, right? Ran the light after they told him to vest up, and then he lied. This big bitch Gina lied. On top of the DEA shit, right? And look, they saying DEA files is missing, right? Here you go. On DEA records, right, is unavailable for, right? So let's just make this clear. This big bitch, Gina Dill, Mr. 304 himself. Remember, he was with the 304s, Vanilla and Chocolate, that Zip, the dead man, the dead hitman, Zip, gifted him for his birthday. Trafficking, Gene. We ain't go nowhere. That's trafficking, right? You big bitch, right? He lied and said, listen, the day Biggie got killed, he introduced Keefe D to Biggie. He said, hey, he lied and told security guard Vlad in the Vlad Court of Law. Keefe D came up in the Peter Prickerson Museum, right? That's what Keefe, Peter Prickerson, right? The Peterson Museum. And when Keefe D came up in there, Keefe said Puff invited him, first of all. And I don't know why Puff invited this ninja, only to tell Keefe, yo, the feds is all over me. What? Wait a minute. Why you invite me to the club only to tell me the FBI is all over you? That means you been know the feds is all over you. I said this in the first season. Puff invited Keefe D to hang out, only to tell him when he gets there, yo, fall back. FBI is all over me. What? The same party, Gina Dill, the biggest bitch on YouTube, said, listen, Keefe approached the rope because we was by a VIP section they made for us. And this big bitch Gina said, look, I said, yo, Keefe, you know Big? Yo, Big, you know Keefe? Yo, that was a lie because that's the same dudes that was rolling dice. Remember with Arnell Simpson and Tretch? Wait a minute. How did you introduce these ninjas and you already told a story that they was rolling dice with Arnell Simpson and Tretch? That's what I mean. The biggest fucking 304 on YouTube is Gina Dill. He got a nerve to do a live show talking about 50 Cent stole his idea. Ninja, nobody thinking about you. You might have, Ninja, nobody won't even want to hear your ideas. And that's what I mean. 50 and whoever, they keep playing with these police, and then the police, what they do, it's convenient for them to say, oh, this ninja stole my idea. What are you doing with gangbangers and gangster rappers, Gina? What are you doing hanging around street dudes, ninja? You supposed to be a stand-up cop. And that's what I mean. These ninjas get to retire with their pensions and they're corrupt. Talking about somebody stole his idea because I guess 50 is up for 3 Emmys for the Puffy for that Puffy doc he did on Netflix. I guess he's up for 3 Emmys. So, Gene Deal, this big bitch, he gets mad and go live today talking about, oh, they stole my idea. What idea? Ninja, you got 7 failed books. Or 9. Yeah, you got 9 failed books. None of them shits reached Barnes and Nobles. Bro, how are you? Who stole what from you? Can we just make this make sense? A ninja got 9 failed books. Who's stealing any idea from you, ninja? Just to fail. Does that make sense? Right? Huh? Gina Deal, you the biggest bitch on YouTube. Whether I got a brand new channel, whether they held my channel hostage, right? You will always be the biggest bitch in my eyes. You hear me? Unbelievable. Talking about somebody stole your ideas. Ninja, nobody want to fail. You only steal ideas that's successful. You only steal ideas from successful people. Hello. Ninjas don't steal ideas from busters. Okay? This ninja got 9 books out and they all fail. Right? The I don't even know the name of your books. Come on, knock it off. At least we know Reggie, the handicapped rapist YouTuber. At least we know his shit. The Confessions of a Lying Ass CEO, right? Keefe D, Compton Street Legend, right? But you, Gina Dill, you big bitch, nobody knows your books. What's the name of your shits? Can anybody in the chat tell me the name of his book? Like, is this shit for real? What's the name of his book? Pick anyone out of the, remember, he dropped 9 books, right? For March 9th, he had 9 books. He had the Nina, the Nene, the Nani, and the Nathan, right? That 9 gonna haunt you to your grave, nigga. Fuck out of here. That number 9, Gina, that shit gonna haunt you to your grave. And that's what I'm saying, right? Now that they putting out info on what's missing and how it's missing. And what I'm saying is, wait a minute. Let's just think for a second, y'all. How is DEA records is not available? When it's Vegas case, we get it. We get it now. Pac fans, we're like, okay, it's Vegas case and LAPD lose all the evidence. Ridiculous. 5 hours away driving and these ninjas is losing. Ridiculous, right? We get it. But now when you deep dive and we pointing out all the imposters, the infiltrators, all these ninjas that, remember, Gina Dill, he got info. Not only Mike Dorsey, not only the info that porkcock Mike Dorsey, where's porkcock at? Where the fuck is porkcock? We got the Chichimun YouTuber. You got Mr. N-word himself, RJ Pork Shoulder. He just fiending to say the N-word. That's the Bati boy. This guy, Mike Dorsey, debunks Gene Dill and plays the original audio from 9697 where even the police debunked him. He said, oh yeah, there's a hill, right? You go right there, you make a right. We chase the Impala. And, Ninja, the police told you, Gina. Hey, you big bitch. The police told you. No, you're wrong. And what he did, this ninja built a YouTube channel. I'm talking about Gina Dill, the big bitch. He built a YouTube channel on those same lies. And they after, you see how the government corrupt? They after me, but they let this fucking lying ass parole officer keep his channel when he built all his fucking channel. He built his channel on all fucking lies. Unbelievable, y'all. It's unbelievable. So yeah, that's where we at right now. I just wanted to make sure y'all know that Mr. Make a Left, Mr. Make a Right, turn 3 lights, turn left, right? Make 3 lights to the left and leave Biggie for dead, because that's what he learned from the DEA. Even their records are missing. And I believe that is because of Gina Dill, that those records and those files are not available for Vegas to present. Now, again, according to Keefe D, right? This ninja Bati boy YouTuber, Chichi man. According to Keefe D, he said the FBI told him personally, we saw everything y'all did that night. What? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. If you just tapping in, we just, I'm just making y'all know what is being said during these deep dives. And this shit is crazy, bro. Keefe D said, look, the feds told me everything we did that night. He said, yo, the feds said we saw everything. Little Cheese. He said the FBI was out there watching everything when Biggie got popped. Frank Alexander. He said the feds is watching everything. So why isn't the Tupac case federalized? I believe it's because Pac is the son of a Black Panther. Pac filed the audit, and where in America can you file the audit and $40+ million show up missing and stolen, and they don't hold Suge Knight accountable, David Kenner accountable, the handicap rapist YouTuber Reggie Wright Jr. They don't hold him accountable. Yeah, listen. According to Suge Knight, somebody may say, "Oh, why you call Reggie the handicap wheelchair YouTuber?" Oh, I'll show you why. Because his former boss, Suge Knight, said, "Listen, Puffy's accuser, Capricorn Clark. Can I get her back on the screen? This woman. You remember her, Raj? According to Suge Knight, Capricorn Clark, Puffy's accuser, Reggie Wright Jr., was forcing her to have sexual intercourse. So that's rape on multiple occasions. And even when you deep dive, I think they even said yes. Hold on. I think, yeah, there you go. Even when you deep dive, they calling him a rapist. Okay? Don't look at me or the new Discretion TV and blame us for like reckless endangerment. Nah. This is what been said years ago, and no YouTuber has put it in content and was able to actually break it down into decimal points and call Reggie, the alleged Vegas key witness in the Tupac case, call him out and say, "Ninja, you a rapist." And she said, "I don't want to have sexual intercourse with the fat boy," right? And you still force yourself on her, Ninja, that's rape. Now, Capricorn, I don't know her personally. I don't know her struggles. I don't, and just because you raped her, Reg, and got away with it, Reggie, pork butt, oink oink. This ain't never going away. You're the handicapped rapist YouTuber. And just because you wasn't held accountable then, you're going to be held accountable soon. Trust me, dogs. I know what I'm doing. This is like my fourth or fifth time talking about this. Once I edit it up, chop it up, put it out as a regular video, tag him again, because I just don't call him a handicapped rapist YouTuber. He knows that I'm calling him the handicapped rapist YouTuber because I tagged him. Yeah, check the descriptions in all my live shows when I talk about Reg. Drop comments below. So, we're dealing with a situation where, you know, the feds needs to step back in. That's what I'm saying. Pac is the son of a Black Panther. He has Panther blood. He was the leader of the new African Panthers. Dr. Mutulu Shakur was the one that taught him. Dr. Mutulu Shakur, rest in peace. The doc actually stamped and approved Thug Life and made it a law and made it rules for a Thug Life. And this is part of Thug Life, getting out the imposters. That's what we doing, right? But for the FBI to not want to federalize the Pac case when Pac is way more important than Biggie. Can we just stop with the shenanigans? I'm not hating on Big. But we got to call a spade a spade. Pac is way more important than Biggie. Get who you want. We're not capping. Mr. Shakur is way more important than Biggie. They both are legends. We get it, but bro, when it comes to Pac and the Shakurs, come on. The Wallaces need to take a back seat. Miss Wallace took that settlement. She ain't talk about Christopher's homicide since. Can we just make this make sense? Right? It's because Pac is a Black Panther and Pac has Panther blood, and this is what they did. This is exactly what they did, y'all. They turned a blind eye because Pac was the son of a Black Panther, taught by Dr. Matula Shakur, who was New York's most wanted. They was America's most wanted. The whole family, Asada Shakur, Athena Shakur, she fought trial while Pac was in her stomach. This is basically what's going on, bro. That all this evidence, DNA, the Cadillac, the homicide, the murder weapon, all this shit is like this because Pac is a son of a Black Panther, right? And me personally, growing up with Caribbean parents, right? With my parents being Caribbean, and I had to go to school in New York, and I was born in New York. Y'all know that by now, right? I was born in the Bronx, South Bronx, Bronx Lebanon, right? Don't get it twisted. Your boy was born in the Bronx Lebanon, right? The name of my hospital was the Bronx. You feel me? Like I was like certified Bronx baby, right? When you actually born in the hospital that's called Bronx Lebanon. You feel me? Like I was born in the Bronx, bro. Like you can't take that from me, right? But my parents was Caribbean, and going to school, it was a lot of discrimination. And I'm like, yo, I was born in New York, but still, because of my parents, right, the discrimination we had to go through growing up, me and my baby sister, right? So this shit with Pac, I'm like, yo, wait a minute. They only moving like this because he's the son of a Black Panther. It's obvious. It's obvious, y'all, that all this DNA, everything could be missing without nobody held accountable. Gaddafi, too. Power of the Lioness was good. Yeah, absolutely. Gaddafi, rest in peace. Gaddafi was assassinated because his parents, Mumia, not Mumia, I don't know, they need a free Mumia. Sinki Wadinka, Gaddafi's father, and Yasmin Fula. Exactly. And not only that, Gaddafi's assassination, you know, Mutabil has a lot to do with that shit also. I want y'all to know. That ninja Mutabil, I've I've never stopped holding him accountable for having information on what really happened to Gaddafi. And that's just another that's just another freaking rabbit hole. If you just tap in and we're talking about what's going on with the Tupac missing evidence and even DNA, you were saying, like, wait a minute, the DNA, this ninja Bati boy Puff, he's about to come home, it looks like. We were saying, wait a minute, DNA is kept in a total different department. Why is DNA missing from the Tupac case when DNA is kept at a whole different building, at a whole different location? That's just blatantly obvious. You feel me? If you just tapping in and you wondering what's going on in the chat. Did I give everybody a shout out? Miss M, you're gonna have to upgrade that name though. Miss M2 or something. Your username looks crazy. Miss M. Who else? Bronx with my Dominican peeps. Shout to Broadway. TGZ. Be right back. I'ma go out to my car. Hold up. Pow the Lioness, what's going on? Nasty work. We got two Lioness. Regional Hicks was good. We do? When I do catch a lot of stuff, Buffalo, and I'll be like, damn. Regional Hicks, me too. I got to lurk on Discretion 304 TV. That should look official. Discretion 304 TV. Cause these niggas is hoes. Logistics was good. Yeah, so if you just tapping in, Pav the Lioness said I got two channels. You do? Man Skrilla said there's no 13 on Orlando proves it was a setup. Unbelievable. Yeah, again, the I got my channel. I lost access to my channel right after Reggie complained about me calling Keefe D's attorney and saying, "Look, there's no 13 on that guy y'all saying is Eleno Anderson, and Eleno had a a football jersey on. Why we don't see a 13?" I told Keefe D's attorney's paralegal Karen, get the biggest TV you got and do real paralegal work. You'll see that there's no 13 on the guy that they blaming to be Orlando. So the Jixters just got back from a meeting and shopping. Salute, my G. Yeah, man, Skrilla, I agree with you. The no 13 theory. Yeah, they had to get rid of the first season. Are you serious? Bro, we was way ahead of our time, bro. Bro, we were way ahead of our time. And as we continue on, that was the last season. We got so much work ahead of us. No puff on the replay, no choke on the play, right? We got so much work ahead of us that we literally have to roll up our sleeves and go against the grain. You know what I'm saying? Especially with this new season. And it seems I had like I don't know. I'm not even gonna go there, but yeah, it seems like um again, Keefe is getting railroad on another level when 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 you look up the word railroad next year, you're going to see Keefe's face, RJ Pork Shoulder, his comrade. Remember, these are his comrades. And this ninja RJ is the biggest Benedict Arnold of them all, bro. When you think about espionage and being a Benedict Arnold, I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about, but Benedict Arnold and espionage is traitor shit, right? This ninja RJ, who's good friends with Mopreme, how the fuck you're friends with Mopreme, Pac's brother, and you're friends with Keefe D? How does that work, bro? Some of these ninjas, they play too much. Seriously, like like Mopreme, bro, you play too much, B. He played too much with life. And, I understand Mopreme got a new book out and, he just want to make some book sales. But they not taking this shit as serious as they should. Maybe because Pac really didn't die. And like even Mopreme, who blamed Tupac. This ninja blamed Tupac. Mopreme is a son of a bitch, bro. Excuse my French, but that's some bullshit. I'm sorry. This ninja Mopreme said Pac wanted people to think he faked his death. But what about y'all? In the family, y'all kept saying Pac not dead. I wonder if heaven got a ghetto. A lot of, man. So when you see infiltrating, when you see a lot of infiltration happening, and this guy, Pork Butt, good friends with Mopreme, good friends with Keefe D, because niggas is moving on some sucker shit. So, punks like this is able to do whatever. Mr. N-word himself, right? This carpet face motherfucker, he's able to play in all the Pac fans' faces and the Shakur faces because one ninja, right? One ninja, Mopreme Shakur allows it. Draw comments below. A man can only violate your family if you will let him. A punk like RJ Pork Shoulder, who's good friends with Keefe D and is best friends with the Chichiman YouTuber, right? He's the reason how Choke, right? This ninja, he's the reason why Choke got all those case files, right? Whenever you have a man who violates your family like RJ and able to play with your ops, who's friend or foe, right? It's because Mopreme never been a stand-up ninja. All Mopreme's life, he played around with the punks. You hear me? Bro, ain't no ninja. If you a stand-up man, you the provider of your family, you the protector of your family, ain't no way a bitch ninja like RJ can be friends with Keefe D and you allow it. Like, these ninjas don't keep their ear to the streets. Mopreme is gullible. He's worse than motherfucking Dwayne Davis Jr., Keefe D's son. Yeah, I said it. This is Discretion TV. Any trick that don't like it, ninja. Anyway, listen, man. Mopreme, he keeps playing in these YouTube streets and on these social media streets. All he care about now is his book and trying to make a couple of dollars, right? And I'm not mad because one day I might write a book, right, and talk about my interview with Suge Knight and who he ratted on in court. I keep telling y'all, get the court files, get Suge Knight court documents for April 4th of last year, right? Get the court docs. You'll see who he ratted on, whose name he said. That's public access. Suge was ratting in that fucking court and snitching on and saying ninjas' names, right? And you see, Mopreme, again, he allowed all this fuck shit to go on, and now he's trying to clean up. But it's too late, ninja. That's like your wife is fucking around with the mailman or the Amazon man, and you allow it. And all of a sudden, because your wife don't want to jump off the chandelier for you no more, you get mad at her. But ninja, you knew she was fucking around with the Amazon guy, and he ain't had no packages. Fucking Amazon guy stopping by your house, and ain't nobody ordered shit from Amazon, right? But because your wife don't want to jump off the chandelier while y'all in the bedroom no more, right? You get mad at her. Come on. Right? That's what Mopreme does. That's what he did. Right? So now this infiltrator, Benedict Arnold, right? Mr. N-word himself, He got away with a lot of that sucker shit. He had the right one though. Bro, he had the right one, and now look, case files is missing. RJ got him. Him and his Bati boyfriend, the itchy YouTuber, who did every fucking bit on his knees, right? All these ninjas need to be locked up. You want a subpoena list? All these ninjas that had the case files, they need to be subpoenaed, indicted, and locked up, right? The ringleader, no, this is the ringleader. Mike Dorsey needs to be locked up. He needs to be subpoenaed, turn over all those files. He needs to have a search warrant in his house. They need to have a search warrant. Take all his computers, all his laptops. Come on, somebody. Huh? Right? Right? He needs to be subpoenaed. Turn over all those case files he got. Take all his computers like they did Keefe D. Same thing with this guy. Right? He needs to be subpoenaed. A search warrant for his house. Throw out all those fucking carpets. Check the carpets. They need to check the carpets and the mustaches. Right? They could have hidden fucking SD card. Hey, RJ. When they fucking raid your house, ninja, right? You need to be subpoenaed. This is the real subpoena list. RJ, when they raid your fucking house, bro, they need to check all the fucking toupees and the mustaches you got, bro. For, SD cards and any kind of evidence that they can, that you can smuggle in that shit, right? This guy, he needs to be subpoenaed. That group home he live in or wherever he's at, whoever attic he lives in, they need to search that shit. Whatever church allows them to use the room, they need to check the church. Right? Check the church bus, wherever this ninja at. Right? Right? Check all his jail letters. Right? Take the church computer. Take the church laptop. I don't know. These niggas is weirdos, bro. Right? Right? Come on, somebody. He needs to be subpoenaed. Search warrant for the church or the group home, wherever he's at. Right? Take the church laptop. Take the church computer. Right? Take his iPhone too. Hey, Chichi, man. I seen your iPhone you was talking on the other day. Nigga got the iPhone 5. Unbelievable. Right? He needs to be subpoenaed. Search warrant for the church. Take the church computers. Take the church laptop. Lock him up. And send him to Big Bubba. Because he's somebody's wife in the jail anyway. Big Bubba missed this ninja, right? Right? Who else? Oh, this old fart. This old fart. Y'all want a subpoena list? I'll show you a subpoena list. And this old fart. Right? Where this old fart at? This bag of dust. Where this old fart at? Old bag of bone motherfucker. Where he at? He should be around here somewhere. Yeah, this old fart. Michael Douglas Carlin. He needs to be subpoenaed, tased. Right? They need to tase him. Because he think he's tough. Right? They need to subpoena him, tase him, and go in this, I don't know where this ninja's at. Right? They might find fucking sex workers in this fucking house. This ninja's ridiculous. Right? Mr. Know-It-All. You don't hear a dime, you don't hear a word from this ninja. Why isn't Michael Douglas calling at the Keefe trial? Right? This ninja, bro, he's a know-it-all, right? Why isn't he at the trial? He got all the homicide files, all the homicide cases he brags about. Why is he at the trial? Why? He needs to be subpoenaed, tased, beaten, right? Because remember, Michael Carlin and the Chichi man, the ninja that did every bit on his fucking knees, remember, right? Michael Carlin, him and the Chichi man, they did the interview, and this ninja got every fucking thing wrong. He said, oh, Reggie was with Suge throwing a gun out with the security. Wait a minute. Reggie was the security. So this ninja, the Chichi man, in the interview with Michael Carlin, who needs to be tased, beaten, dragged, right? This Chichi man said, hey, when Reggie threw the 40 caliber handgun out, he was with Suge and security. Wait a minute. Reggie is security, you fucking Big Bubba's bitch. Listen, this ninja's Big Bubba's wife. You understand? And I couldn't believe it. I was like, wait a minute. You have an interview. We headed towards the finals. And this is the info you telling your audience that Reggie and Suge was with security? Wait a minute. Reggie is the security. I'll never forget that shit. And instead of Michael Carlin, right, fixing the narrative, he just let it ride. That's why Michael Carlin, he needs to be subpoenaed, tased, beaten, dragged, gagged. Like, shut the fuck up, Michael. You said enough for the last 30 fucking years, ninja. Bunch of nothing. Yeah, and that's my subpoena list, right? Michael Carlin, Poor Cock Mikey, the Chichi Man YouTuber, Bati Boy over there, Mr. Googly Eyes, RJ Pork Shoulder. These guys tampered with all the evidence. You want a subpoena list? I'll show you a subpoena list, right? Because Vegas said they don't got nothing. Vegas said, look, we don't got nothing but Keefe D book in a Vlad TV interview. Unbelievable. Well, wait a minute. Somebody got to say, wait a minute. Didn't y'all get 97 boxes from Greg Bacon? How is that possible? You ninjas don't got nothing. Yeah, Vegas said they don't got shit no more. So, who knows what? Absolutely what is going on. Unbelievable. You want a subpoena list? I'll show you a subpoena list. If you just tapping in, we're talking about the DNA that was missing from the pot case and the DNA evidence that's missing. According to these ninjas, a lot of shit is just missing. Like, I don't even know how they having the trial. It's unbelievable what's going on right now. And I just believe it's a slap in the face to the Pac Nation that we have to be talking like this 30 years later. Like, seriously. Especially with today's technology and, it's we in cyberspace. It's just ridiculous. .21 gun salute. Yeah, all this freaking evidence is missing. And these ninjas, no one says, hey, let me just volunteer and give up my case files that I got. Right? None of these ninjas. And I know they see the shit, bro. I know they see it all over the fucking social media and news that there's evidence missing. Bro, all these ninjas that got case files and boxes, and none of them said, you know what? Let me turn over what I got. Especially this guy. I believe he's the ringleader. The dwarf, Poorcock Mikey. I believe this guy's the ringleader. He had all the files on Heron, Puntry. Come on, somebody. Orlando. So what did Greg Bacon turn over? Oh, shit. Just the shit that could get Keefe thrown under the jail? That ninja Greg Bacon is crooked, bro. Right? All these ninjas, they got case files, and none of them said, you know what? Let me turn over what I got. Just let me turn over what I got so, it could be a fair trial. None of them, none of these ninjas said anything like that. So, this is where we at with the culture, y'all. Yeah, with 3 weeks left to the Keefe trial, and all this evidence is just missing, y'all. So, hey. Okay, I don't want to hold y'all up too long. I think I did over an hour. Yeah, what we did. Yeah, over an hour and a half. Again, DNA is even missing out of the Tupac evidence when the DNA is kept in a whole different section, a whole different location, a whole different building. How is that even possible that Los Angeles PD, is involved with the missing evidence? Just like Snoop Dogg trial, that's how Snoop got acquitted from the murder rap. All the case files is missing. And LAPD, they whoever was working that department, they got rid of the evidence or whatever they needed, and Kenner just knew. Out of all the evidence that was in the Snoop Dogg trial, Kenner knew to ask for that certain evidence, and they couldn't turn it over for the Snoop Dogg trial. And next thing you know, Snoop's get acquitted again. I believe, and you don't. Again, I stress to you, everybody is grown. We might have similar theories, similar ideas of what happened. We might have a similar perspective, but everybody's damn near see the Tupac and Biggie case their own way, and I'm not mad. We all adults here. I feel that the reason why DNA is missing is because it's the police DNA. It's either Gaines, Mack, or Perez, Ray Richardson, Cameo, Mr. Cheeks, the shooter. Who knows? I just believe that the only reason why DNA will be missing because it's the police DNA, and that speaks volumes. And also, a lot of the evidence is missing is from the LAPD when it's Vegas case. So again, that's another red flag that's telling me it has to be some kind of police evidence that is missing, or evidence that implicates the cops, right? And again, a lot of us, everybody, most Pac fans and Biggie fans got their own theory, or we have similar theories, but it's still unique in its own way. And I'm not mad. This case is not being solved, and the fact that DNA is missing, case files is missing, it speaks volumes, and it's obvious that the majority of stuff is missing is from the LAPD in Compton, which speaks police. I don't know. The saga continues. Did I give everybody a shout out? Um, did I give everybody a shout out? Ninja said, TGZ said at user. Hey, Miss M. Hey, Miss M. Unbelievable. They calling you at user. Crazy. Val, we are on the same page in here. We don't believe none of them for real. Salute. ATGZ. You call Miss M at user. That's hilarious. All right, y'all. I'm going to tap in with y'all tomorrow. I'm going to go live. It's going to be Friday. It's Friday now in New York. And y'all niggas just, stay safe, man. The summer is crazy. I see some shit on the internet. It's ridiculous. That kid Nolan, he had he's with his 3 or 4 Caucasian friends, and the only black kid don't make it back home. That's some bullshit, bro. That is total bullshit. They bring back the ninja phone. Like, his last words, give Wrench Gang his phone. Oh, no, I'm not making light of it, but that's fucked up, bro. What's going on, B? Right? It's fucked up. Like the Carmelo Anthony situation. They jump him, and he defended himself, caught a body, and they slayed the ninja. Like, God damn. Right? So, it's some bullshit. I seen, like, they got that gym, the ninja that owned the gym, the white guy that owned the gym. They jumped this black guy. They beat his eyes out. They beat the shit out of that ninja, right? They made both his eyes shut. I don't even know how he was speaking to the media, right? So there's a lot of bullshit going on, and I feel like they trying to make this shit a race war, and it's not right. It's not right. A lot of my supporters are non-blacks. So, I was never raised to be racist. I was raised to watch the racists. And, so my prayers going out to Nolan's family, because there's no way you send your teenage son, you send your son out there to go out with his friends and he don't make it back home, but his cell phone does. Listen, I had, and I'm gonna end, I'm gonna end this live after this short story. Listen, my friends, my so-called friends from the next block, I went with another block. I didn't even go with my block. I went with another block, and these is all black ninjas. And we was in Orchard Beach. If you're from the Bronx, Orchard Beach is one of the dirtiest beaches. I don't know what I was doing there with these ninjas. We cut class. It was junior high. We were supposed to go to the school trip to Great Adventures or Ride Playland, one of those amusement parks. And we were so bad that the school was like, y'all ninjas is not going. And it just happened to be ninjas from another block. But we was just cool, it was junior high shit, right? And look, them ninjas, long story short, they was gonna watch me drown. And a fucking lifeguard had to come save Tino. Y'all would have never had a discretion if God ain't sent that lifeguard. So I don't want to hear, oh, they left the black kid to die because black kids do it to black kids. What? They was gonna watch me die. They told me straight up, yo, you too far. I was like, yo, y'all my niggas. What the fuck? Orchard Beach, your boy Val nearly drowned in. So I don't want to hear shit about black and white. It's just bad that it's just they just painted the picture like it's a black and white situation, but black people will leave your ass to drown, and y'all think about that too. Seriously. But it's just bad how the world is right now. I think they painting it for it to be like a race war. Like seriously, I really think they want this shit turned up to be a race war. Um, I have no idea, B. Like seriously. Miss M said I have a son. Yeah, you gotta be cautious, but that I don't think I don't think that the case that Nolan I don't think is racial motivated. I don't think so. I just I don't know. I don't think they say, "Oh, we're gonna kill this ninja or this ninja." I don't really think so. But who knows, right? I'm not God. I'm just saying, my black friends was gonna watch me drown. Okay, my black friends, they was gonna watch my black ass drown in Orchard Beach. We was teenagers. It was a school trip. They was gonna watch me fucking drown. Okay, and I'm not lying. My black friends was gonna watch me drown. So, you know, yo, word up. I never forget that. Some people say if it was four black kids and one white guy, they would have made sure he made it back home. I don't know. Like, I don't like to get into like racial conversations like that because again, black people turn their back on me. Black women at an all-time high turn their black backs on me. You hear me? Like I don't like to talk about race like that because black people turn their backs on me. Look what the homosexual YouTuber did the other day. This two when was it? Yesterday? The Chichiman YouTuber. I'm building a new channel. He sends spies to infiltrate my live chat. Come on. Black people. Right? So, I don't like to get into racial conversations a lot because um, you know, they kids, man. 18, they teenagers for one. And if they were taught to be racist, I don't think they would have been chilling with Nolan like that. But something happened. Something happened. An argument happened. There's video of Nolan a couple of months ago. They left him in the water. That should have been his warning sign right there. Drop comments below. Yeah, when Nolan, rest in peace, right? They got a video of him almost drowning 3-4 months ago with the same crew. Right? Like, wait a minute, bro. You ain't get the message the first time? Like, bro. And then strangers had to save him. Bro, strangers had to save that ninja. So for strangers had to save Nolan a couple of months ago out the water, and then he went back and chilled with them, I don't know. I really don't know what to say, B. I really don't know. Again, I really don't like to get into racial conversations and debates because, black people turn their backs on me. I'll be the first to tell y'all, celebrity black people, hello, people with clout turn their backs on me, okay? And after, we were like in great dealings, black people. So, I don't really like to get into racial debates because I'm a product of right of my own kind turning their backs on me, B. Seriously. Like seriously, B. Let me see what y'all saying. And be aware, use common sense. Everybody's mess Valley Green John, everybody's messed up right now. You have to live like the boxing ring and protect yourself all the time. That's a fact, bro. TGZ, shit. My black friends ratted me out when I got put on to the set, and they the ones who put me on. Yeah, man. Like, listen, man. Yo, listen, man. It's just not your white friends or Italian friends or Dominican friends or Puerto Rican friends. You just gotta watch your friends, period. Because, bro, black women who that praise to God, they wear Jesus Christ T-shirts, right? Turn their backs on me and sold me out. Right? Lied under oath. Okay? How are you a Christian woman and you lying on the oath in a court of law? So it's just sad. My prayers going out to Nolan and anybody who's affected by that situation. Is a mental health situation also, because that plays on your mental health, and you praying extra hard over your kids, and it's just sad, man. We just living in those times that we definitely got to be mindful of who we associate with and who our kids associate with. It's just a horrible time because a lot of things I'm gonna keep it 100. A lot of things is not racially motivated. It's just mankind against mankind. I believe. I don't look at it. You know, this white ninja or this Italian ninja did this. So, right? It's like, I don't know, man. It's just the way of the world, B. Um, Making sure y'all get y'all comments down. Yeah, I do pray they get down to the bottom of this though, because returning with his cell phone and deleting messages out of his phone, allegedly, just coming back with the dead man's phone is suspect. You hear me? That's fucking crazy. That's fucking insane. To come back with somebody's cell phone, that's ridiculous. Okay, I don't know what the fuck happened, but those kids need to start being honest. They deactivated their social media account. And, that has nothing to do with racism. That has to do with being murderers and trying to cover up your homicide. That has nothing to do with race to me, right? It may be, it has its reasons why, but if Nolan was a white guy, they would have still came back with that ninja's phone, still deactivated the accounts, still lie, right? Am I right or am I wrong? Maybe it was an accident. Maybe something happened. Maybe something, I don't know. These kids are fucking liars. They teenagers, and we all been teenagers before. Teenagers fucking lie all the fucking time. So to come back with that ninja's phone, right? It's ridiculous. So one of them got to start talking, and they gonna cut a deal. I believe it's the girl. I think the girl's gonna break, and she's gonna cut a deal. They're gonna get to the girl, and she's gonna leak it She's gonna leak everything, B. And if they choke them out, again, I don't want to speculate because it's a brand new homicide, and it's just sad. It's just sad. Seriously. Hey, Miss M, how come it says user on your name? Because she had a Miss M, her son started a new account, she said. So she got two accounts. So I just gave her other account a wrench. If you wanted me to answer for Miss M. I think it's just easier for Miss M for me to answer that one. All right, y'all. Yeah, rest in peace to Nolan, man. God damn, bro. Ninja man young, 18, to lose your life like that, bro. An athlete? That shit is crazy, B. That shit is fucking nuts. They need to be honest and start telling what happened. I don't know. If they friends, they really need to own up to this. It's not like a random body, if that makes sense. It's not like they caught a body on a humble. You feel me? Y'all niggas was friends, bro. You feel me? Like that's foul, bro. For these niggas to be friends and y'all came back with his phone, y'all teenagers, they need to start talking because your parents' money ain't gonna cover your tracks. Eventually somebody's gonna break. And Lord have mercy. If they rule this an accidental death, oh shit. Oh my gosh. Because that's what it's looking like. The sheriffs is already lying. The sheriffs is already coming up with excuses. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, the daughter, can I get that on the screen? Yeah, this is the kid. Rest in peace, Nolan Wells. Right? If the sheriffs is already lying and covering up for these people, the sheriffs is already, once you see the sheriffs start making excuses, and the sheriffs is just, the sheriffs is literally making excuses and shit, that's not good. The sheriff is already making excuses, and the sheriffs is already, saying what happened. That's never good. When the police start lying and covering for for suspects, it's never good. It looks like they might try to rule this an accidental death. Those kids wasn't taken into custody. One of the kids, their stepmom is a judge. Yep, Miss M. And she's already given statements. So once the autopsy come back, and I think they need to get a private autopsy because they can't tell if the body had water in its lungs before it's deceased, if that makes sense. Or if they can tell, listen, if they get a private autopsy, I believe the private autopsy will give out more details. It will, bruises on the body. Thank God they found Nolan's body in the time that they did. If the private autopsy will show if he was strangled and thrown in the water. How the fuck they got into his phone if it's really true to delete messages? Yeah, definitely. We not, we don't want to hear no excuses. We want the truth. The hotshot attorney Ben Crump, he took over for the family, which is good. Again, a private autopsy. I think the family has a GoFundMe out. They should use the money to get a real autopsy, not the Mississippi. Since I was a kid, Mississippi was a racist ass state. Y'all want to talk about racism? Shit, go to Mississippi. I don't even know why people live down there. Ridiculous. All right, y'all. Definitely rest in peace, Nolan. And I pray that his family get the closure and the answers they need. And if it's not an accident, which I doubt it, I really doubt this is an accident. I think they should be brought to justice and held accountable. And also, tampering with the evidence is ridiculous. You don't want that, right? They need to be charged accordingly. If they caught the body, that's one thing. Catching a body, that's one thing. But once you start tampering with the evidence and trying to cover up your tracks, oh no, oh no, you ninjas is the Mendes brothers all over again. Oh shit. Word, rest in power. All right, y'all. Love y'all, man. Thank you for tapping in. Thank you for getting the likes up. And I'm gonna tap in tomorrow with you guys. You hear me? To my ninjas on the run eating. Y'all stay sucker free out there. To my ninjas on the run. Y'all stay out the way. You hear me? This is crucial. Don't get caught up. Discretion 304 TV. Yeah, that shit is lit. Discretion 304 TV. Live stream. All right, y'all. Respectfully checking in and I'm checking out. We out.